A Virginia-based auction company at the center of a year-long investigation by my producer and myself had its Virginia auctioneer's license revoked. Customers accused Neoclassic Auctions of selling high-value items, and in some cases, those items turning out to be worth far less than what they were described initially. Here's an update in my investigative series, Behind the Bidding.
Well, I don't view it as a victory for me. I view it as a victory for the people of Virginia and possibly for the people of the United States.
Rebecca asks that we only use her first name, but she's making sure everyone knows this name, Neoclassic Auctions.
They should not be seeing the signs anymore. They should not be invited to auctions in the future anymore. It's over. It's done in the state of Virginia.
An April 1st order from Virginia's Auctioneers Board showed Neoclassic Auctions was fined $3,700 and had its license revoked. The board found the auction company violated several regulations, including the use of a P.O. box, failing to change its business address, and for not cooperating with the board in its investigation. Neoclassic Auctions did not respond to multiple requests for comment, and records show representatives for the company failed to attend a February hearing before Virginia's Department of Professional and Occupational Regulation on the matter. In documents related to its investigation of Neoclassic Auctions, regulators said Neoclassic accepted the department's findings to maintain a physical address and apologizes for this unintentional error. It adds that the company agreed to correct the problem, but didn't.
First of all, they did not provide on their application or on their information provided a physical address. They provided a UPS address, which is not allowed. A UPS post office box is not allowed. When they were notified that they were using an illegal UPS post office box, they failed to provide a physical address at that point. Furthermore, they failed during this 16-month investigation to cooperate with the DPOR investigators and the DPOR board.
We told you about the company in 2024. Multiple customers came forward alleging Neoclassic Auctions or its subsidiaries sold items inconsistent with their stated descriptions. And in several cases, some customers told WUSA9 they ended up purchasing high-value items that third-party appraisals showed were worth far less than advertised. WUSA9 attended multiple auctions organized by Neoclassic Auctions in 2023 and in 2024. In one auction we attended, organizers with Neoclassic handed us these terms and conditions document they said applied whether we read them or not. Things like the auctioneer specifically makes no warranty or representation as to the value of any particular item, and it added that the auctioneer accepts no responsibility for the authenticity, age, origin, condition, size, weight, quality, or kind. Rebecca attended one of those auctions in Chicago in 2021. She said she never signed or was given terms and conditions. That auction was organized by Surplus Auctions. Records show Neoclassic Auctions also does business as Surplus Auctions.
I purchased a diamond bracelet and I purchased two art pieces. One was supposedly a Picasso and one was supposedly a Renoir.
Now, Rebecca knew she wasn't getting an original Picasso or Renoir, but she thought the high-value reproductions were worth something. At least, that's what she was told, she said. Rebecca says Surplus Auctions provided her with this $21,000 Gem Assured appraisal report for the bracelet. She paid about $4,600. A framed Picasso reproduction for $6,900. And a Renoir reproduction for $2,300. And with tax, her total bill came up to $15,180. But when Rebecca got those items independently appraised, she was shocked by the value difference.
I was surprised to find out that my bracelet that was supposed to be valued at $21,740 was only worth $3,000. The Picasso and the Renoir were worth less than $100 each.
Rebecca decided to share her experience with others online, and it wasn't long before she was sued. But it wasn't Surplus Auctions that filed the complaint. Instead, it was Neoclassic Auctions. In the complaint, Neoclassic admitted that these were not original paintings. In fact, the Renoir and Picasso are both limited editions and says they're authentic art prints consisting of one offset lithograph and one heliogravure. The suit claimed that Rebecca's appraiser failed to do the correct due diligence. The two sides were locked in a long legal battle. Court records show the case was dismissed with prejudice and without cost. Rebecca says now that Neoclassic Auctions can no longer run auctions in Virginia for the foreseeable future, it's a win for everyone.
The people of Virginia need to be protected from this auction organization. If people see the signs, I hope that they will manage to contact you or someone else about the signs reappearing in the state of Virginia.
Again, I reached out to those associated with neoclassic auctions multiple times. Our calls and emails were not returned.